Hi there, Brainwashed Us. This is Joshua, the heretic, coming at you today. You know what's interesting is that women always get upset about the pay gap. There's this huge pay gap that women get paid 70 cents on the dollar or something like that for men. That there's this huge, discrimination against the female gender, and they choose that, and because of this discrimination, women are just getting, hosed because they're not worth as much. And I was thinking to myself, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because we live in a capitalist society, and to be capitalist has a lot of flaws. But one of the interesting things about capitalism is that if you earn more money, if you can earn more money from the company or save the company money, they're going to reward you. If women got paid 70 cents on the dollar for every man, wouldn't companies then hire women to do the job that men do? Because women would get paid more. I mean, that women, they have to pay women less to do the same job that men do. I mean, think about it. No man would get hired. If every man... That's the thing. If I did... Okay, here's an example. And this is... I saw this movie, and it was a great movie. It was about... It was back in the 60s, I think it was, and... the first college basketball team that ran all black people. And the funny thing is that back in the day, nobody put black people on the team because it was a social taboo and you just didn't run black people. And then he's like, well, this guy's like, well, if they have the talent and they have the ability, why don't I just put them in the game? And he had all the best black players in the country because nobody else was recruiting black people. And so he's like, all right, I'll just run with all these black people. And they owned everybody. They crushed everyone because these guys had all this talent and nowhere to play. And so they all played on the same team and just crushed everyone. So now they recruit black people because they have skill, they have talent, they have the ability. So... moving back to what we're talking about here, blacks were discriminated against hugely. They were the epitomization of prejudice. Okay, that is where we actually get our terms for prejudice and racism and blah, blah, blah from, is because the blacks were so pwned, right? Right? They were slaves. I mean, we were totally mean to them. Now, if a guy, and the thing is now in sports, in sports, blacks get paid a lot of money because they are better at doing their job than white people are. So if the blacks can get paid more money doing a job because they're better than a white person, then he deserves to get the money that is owed to him, okay? A black person gets paid more money if he can do a job better than a white person, okay? That's the concept, okay? If a black person can get more money because he's better at the job, he gets paid more. Now, why is it that across the board, women get paid 70 cents on the man's dollar? Well, from a purely capitalist mentality, we should fire all men and hire women because therefore we can save money, right? If we can get more out of women, if it's cheaper to just hire women, then we should just hire women. Well, the problem is that men are more willing to make sacrifices for the work. They're willing to work more, work longer hours, commute further. They're willing to dedicate more time, just over long periods of time, and they are willing to put their careers above their families. While women are, and men are more likely to get involved in jobs that they really don't find fulfilling. They're just more willing to just do that. But women are not. And so therefore women don't get paid the amount of that men will because they just aren't willing to make those sacrifices that men are. And so that's the thing. If there was truly a sexual bias in the marketplace, it would fix itself because you get paid what you're worth in a capitalist society. You do. If you make the company money, you get paid more. That's just how it works. You're worth more to me. So if women are getting paid less than men, it's because they're not working as hard as men, or they're not as capable as men are, or they're not willing to make the sacrifices that men are. They're not willing to work in as hazardous fields. They're not willing to work outside. This is across the board. Women are not willing to do these things. That is why there's this huge pay gap. And I don't understand why this is so difficult to understand. Okay? There is a difference in the genders. There's a huge difference in the genders. They have different priorities. They have different mindsets. They have different physical attributes. They have different minds. Our brains are different. I mean, why is it so hard to understand? Why is this so difficult to grasp? Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you because it's been bugging me, just bugging me. Anyway, I'm the heretic, so you take it easy. You take it easy. Peace out. And by the way, women, I love you. I do. I don't understand. I just don't understand why this is such a major issue. I don't think any less of you. You want to put your families first? That's great. You want to put your quality of life ahead of financial success? God, more power to you. But I just don't think that whining about making less money than a man is quite relevant anymore. Because if you made less money than a man, then you'd be the one getting hired because it's more beneficial to the job. Anyway, I digress. So, yeah. Peace, love, and grooviness. Huh? Alright, take it easy. Bye.
The car right there. The car's in here, not here. Not here. The cat's not here. Hey, the cat's not here. Daddy, 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 Daddy.
Yes.
The key that's gone is the car.
Oh, okay. You want to go check it?